Rolling. 390 Adventure versus Himalayan 450 shoot.
And action.
Adventure motorcycles are the future. In fact, they are the present. If the recipe is right, a manufacturer can cook up something nice that can form a one-bike garage. Motorcycles are evolving, and so are you, the community. Enthusiasts are betting on experiences, and I feel the adventure motorcycle category is where the real party is at. And today I'm going to shake a leg with two dance partners of mine. On one side, we have the all-new KTM 390 Adventure.
I gotta say this. You cannot take this!
It's the motorcycle that everybody's talking about. It's the hottest thing on the market today. And on the other side, we have the very familiar Himalayan, named after the mighty mountain range, forged by it, for it. If you have arrived at this junction and are confused between the two, allow me to clear it all out for you. On that weird rhyme,
You don't want it as bad as I want it, yeah.
welcome to PD Face Off.
But when you underestimate my drive, it's nothing, don't come and question the way I climb. Cause I want it, I don't wonder why you wait, I'm fine. I'm coming, you think it's up, I'ma change your mind.
The Himalayan was born out of necessity. Adventure motorcycles were up and coming by the plenty, and Royal Enfield, a brand that is known for making motorcycles far away from this genre of adventure, invested their energies in this space. What started life as a 411 back in 2016 took a turn for the better with the 450. Similarly, the new 390 Adventure is a revolution more than an evolution. It's so far away from its predecessor, and I love it. Riding high on the success of their Dakar win, there couldn't have been a better time for the KTM tree to bear this fruit. The thought behind the design of an ADV is pretty simple. You should be able to cover long distances without battling an eyelid, and when the roads go bad, this format of motorcycling shouldn't slow you down. I mean, you can go on an adventure on a cruiser too, right? But the question is, can you go anywhere and everywhere? No, you can't. That's why the flexibility of an ADV. And both these motorcycles meet right in the center.
That's right.
Raised beaks, tall windscreens, bigger front wheel with dual purpose rubber, suspension with enough travel, enough ground clearance, upright riding posture, so on and so forth. The fundamentals are covered on these two motorcycles, and they are covered really well.
Eating if we ain't grinding. Pay attention, listen what I say, sign.
The headlamps are obviously different. The Himalayan dons a classic round look, LED lamps, and we have even got some aftermarket solutions on it. While KTM is KTM, they look so different. Vertically stacked lamps that make the motorcycle stand out.
That's right.
As you make your way through the city, you will realize that both these motorcycles are effortless when it comes to engine performance. The Himalayan has a decent bottom end, but comes to life as you approach the mid-range. The clutch is nice, the gearbox is refined, and performance feels natural. However, the throttle could have had better calibration, and I wish it didn't feel overwhelming in tight spaces because of its weight. The KTM is on the other side of the spectrum. It's light, friendly, and very well packaged in terms of weight management, which means city riding feels nice and easy. But come to a halt, and this big single does not need 50 push-ups to warm itself up. The fan comes on quickly, which is fine, but the dissipation is not. The warmth can be felt on your legs, especially around the calves, and with the summer coming in, you don't want to be stuck in this spot for too long. Otherwise, the clutch for me is light here, and the gearbox is superb. I mean, the quick shifter is superb. Very well calibrated and never skips a beat. As I leave concrete and glass behind, I'm reminded that these motorcycles will try to thrive in conditions that aren't the most compliant for the kind of experience that they are trying to deliver. Time to head out. The Himalayan feels awake and lively at triple-digit speeds. But as soon as you hit those speeds, the vibes start to creep in. They are not a deal breaker, but you will feel it. You know, every motorcycle has this sweet spot. The Himalayan has it too. I feel it's at 95 kilometers per hour in the 6th gear. At those speeds, it feels like you're on a magic carpet, almost effortless. I also want to talk about the ergonomic package. It's pretty spot on. Everything about it is very comfortable. But if you're a tall rider and want to make some more room for yourself, you can switch to the 845mm seat height. Either ways, it's really comforting, just like a warm hug on a cold morning like this.
Roll cameras. Ready. Chalo, and action.
Switch to the K2 and you're expecting things to be lunatic. But it's not as loco as before. This generation feels a lot more composed, more accessible for newer riders, but I guarantee it's the same amount of fun. This motorcycle can get to 100 kilometers per hour very quickly and in no time to 140 kilometers per hour. But the way it gets there is a lot different now. Starts with a soft bottom end, gets into character by 4000 RPM and laughs all the way till the red line. And you as a rider will be laughing along with this motorcycle. However, it's not as comfortable as the Himalayan. There is no comparison at all because your backside will hurt on this motorcycle very quickly. But the rider's triangle, the overall ergonomic package is very similar. As I approach the twisties, I'm worried that both these motorcycles run 21-inch front wheels and handling isn't going to be their ace card. But they both handle the corners so well, more than what is expected out of them. The tires are slightly better on the KTM, but they are noisy as hell. At first, you'll wonder if something's wrong with your motorcycle, but it's just rubber being talkative. As far as suspension goes, I stuck to the stock settings for the ADV, but knowing that I can easily fix things thanks to what it has to offer is always a nice thing. But the Himalayan does not get adjustability, which is fine because it does not need it. The setup is world class. I have no clue how they managed to find the sweet spot, but it's absolutely magical. It just eats everything in its path without breaking a sweat, and that says something about the Himalayan's ride quality.
What you gonna do now?
I have to see how they perform off-road. Which one is more ADV? Right off the bat, the KTM feels light, agile and easy to manage off-road. The wide handlebar feels better to hold on to and it feels accessible as well. If you're just starting off, you can tinker around with the different modes and you always have the backup of electronics. But if you sport a pro badge, switch it to off-road mode and unleash hell. Plus, the revised power delivery makes sure you don't have to rev out to surge ahead. A swift twist of throttle and off you go. As for the Himalayan, you have to start off easy. Switching to the 825mm seat height helps. Managing the weight is a challenge. But once you get going, there's no stopping you. A friendly reminder though, keep the throttle hand gentle because there's no traction control to back you up. For my frame, I would need risers on both these motorcycles, but between the two, the KTM is the winner in this part of our story. It's the easier one to ride off-road for sure. When I started this day, I thought it was going to be very easy. I thought the KTM would win this comparo hands down, but that wasn't the case. If there are 3 reasons why I would choose the KTM over the Himalayan, it would be for the performance, the weight management, how easy it is to handle, how accessible it is for newer riders, and of course the electronics package. If there are 3 reasons why I would choose the Himalayan over the KTM, it would be for the comfort quotient, the ride quality which is unmatched, it's world class, and the refinement. A lot of the KTM's problems are actually solvable through aftermarket accessories, but the weight of the Himalayan, that's an engineering problem. Having said that, these are two different motorcycles offering two different experiences, different strokes for different folks. If you're looking at touring once in 3 months or 6 months, I definitely think the KTM 390 Adventure is the motorcycle for you. But if it's the other way around, 75% touring and 25% city, then please take a test ride of the Himalayan. It's a brilliant motorcycle. As for me, I think I'll side with the KTM. I just like the vibe of that motorcycle a lot more. It's a lot more appealing to me. I'm not saying that the Himalayan is a bad motorcycle in any way, shape or form. We should have done the test with the X, but we did not get the X. That's about a couple of weeks away. So that story will also pop up on PowerDrift very soon. Stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please press the like button, comment and let me know which motorcycle do you prefer. On that note, my name is Varun Painter and I will see you later. Universal Cat Language.